sometimes when you conduct a survey or an observational study that has two categorical variables, a good way to organize all that data is into a two-way table. A two-way table is essentially a chart that categorizes where everybody falls in each category. So on your two-way table that you have on your sheet, we have two variables. Does the employee own a car or not? I've put that on the left side. And then where do you live? I put as my other variable on the top. And then the data inside the chart, the 10, the 15, 35, 60, 55, 25, are all the data that the company collected. Now we can take this two-way table and answer questions about probability. So what's the chance that we randomly pick someone and they own a car? Well, we've got a total of 60 people that said yes, they have a car out of 200 total employees. And you could reduce that if you wanted to change it into a percent. Whatever you want to do is fine. Next one, what's the probability we randomly pick somebody and they live downtown? Well, we've got a total of 70 people that live downtown out of 200 employees. Next one, what's the probability we randomly pick somebody and they don't own a car and they live downtown? So the word and, both things have to be met. So here are the people that don't own a car. Here's the people that live downtown. The intersection of them right here, these 60 people have no car and they live downtown. So this answer is 60 out of 200. Now our next question is an or. So that means the people, chance of me picking somebody that owns a car or elsewhere, lives elsewhere, but we can't include the people that have both, that do both. So the chance of me randomly picking somebody that owns a car, we already did, is 60 out of the 200. Or means plus the probability of picking somebody who lives elsewhere in the city. So that's 70 out of 200 people live elsewhere. And then we need to take away the people that are included in both of those, that live elsewhere and own a car. So we need to get rid of these 15 people. They've already been counted in those two total sections. So we need to subtract those 15 overlapping people. And 60 plus 70 is 130. Take away 15 would be 115 out of 200. Our last one with this two-way table is a conditional probability. Given that a person lives outside the city, what is the probability that they own a car? So the given lives outside the city, so that's where we are going to start. We are going to focus in on this category alone, the people that live outside the city. It's like I've already picked one of those people that lives outside the city. What's the probability that they own a car? Well, of those 60 people that live outside the city, how many of them have a car? 35. And that is our conditional probability. Notice that conditional probability is the only one that was not out of 200, that was not out of the total of the entire chart. Conditional probabilities will be a smaller number than that total, grand total. So pause the video here and I want you to take a minute or two and work on the two-way table at the bottom with the immigration from the different countries. And then when you're done, then go play the video and check your answers. So hopefully the first thing you did was figure out all of your totals for each country and for each year. So that'll come in handy here for our first question. What's the probability of a person being picked coming from Cuba given that they emigrated in 1990? So we're going to focus in on 1990. So that means my total probability, my denominator, is going to be the total from 1990. And the number of the people that came from Cuba is 10,645. Now my next question is an and. I want to randomly pick somebody that came from Spain and came in the year 2000. So my overlapping section where they have both characteristics, both qualities, I have 1,264 people out of all of those in the chart, 65,846. And then the last one, I have another conditional probability. Given that a person was from Ghana, so I'm going to focus in on my people from Ghana. Given them, what's the chance I pick somebody that came in 1995? 3,152 people came from Ghana in 1995. Out of all of those that came from Ghana, 11,962. And again, notice on those, the two conditional probabilities, the first one and the last one, are using a row total or a column total, whereas anytime I'm doing a probability of and or, I'm using the total, the grand total of the two-way table.